Okay, trade reviews 18th January 2024. Only one trade today. Basically, I'll go through everything I did for the day, what I did well, what I did wrong, and the things I missed. The structure wasn't very clear to me today. For some reason, I just wasn't able to grab a read on it, but then I had just one level 4775 to 4770 from where I was looking for longs. That was the only plan I had for the day. I did not really had a good grasp on any other key level that I could think of. And yeah, the morning opened up. We opened up on a gap up, bullish, then bearish, aligns with my 4775 to 70 level. Good to go. The market opens up, nowhere near my level, just hanging out. I did not do anything the entire morning. Just sat on hands, waited patiently until 12 p.m. when the market actually first hit my level of interest. So the very first thing that I did good today was sit on hands, wait for the market to come to my level. Now what I did next. So I realized the market came into the level, it closed the gap, and then it was holding the gap. The first touch of the gap pushed the price up by 10 points almost instantly. And then it came down, retested, it could not get in the prior day's range. Given that we were opening on a gap up, I was very comfortable taking this long here. Also, when we see there was a decent amount of absorption here, like 3000 delta, negative, but they are not getting follow through as of now. I started taking this long with my stop just below this level, and the market pushed down. It just did not follow through. I don't think there was anything wrong with this setup as such. It was a very good setup. There was absorption. If anything, my entry was a little bit light. So basically, we had a 10-hour change. We had everything in our favor. And then I entered at the top. So even though I had ample opportunities to enter here, because I did not enter a trade right until somewhere here. So there was like a 20-25 minute period where I could have gotten a much better with less risk, a position with less risk on. I did not do that. That was one thing wrong, but in itself, the setup was good, the analysis was good, just didn't get follow through, which is okay, it happens. The issue with this thing here was the wicks. The wicks was trading so high relatively, so it had a lot of room to run upstairs to reach its next resistance level. It's not to say that I should expect this every time, but it was something that was happening this day. The wicks was shooting up, and then it had some room to run, and it ran. Actually, when I saw it running up, I took the trade off for a 3 or 4 point loss rather than take the full stop, which was a good sound decision given on the MGI. And that was another thing that I did well, or what I did not do good. So basically, now we are actually trading within the 75 to 70 zone, which was my preferred area to put risk at. And now we are here, we're stalling. And then what I failed to realize, like, I took this as acceptance within the prior day's range. But what I failed to realize, this is not even 4 or 5 point. This is just 5 point range within the prior day's range. Even though we spent a good 25-30 minutes almost here, we were just absorbing. The sellers were not able to push price down. And this was the first sign of change, like, okay, even though we are falling from almost 4800 to 4770, there's not much juice left to the downside. Now what I did here was, again, look at the wicks. Obviously, wicks was at its highest highs. So in some ways, it was a sound decision to not go long instantly, because you never know whether it's going to hold resistance or just break through it. You just don't know. And I was looking at it, I was watching for the wicks to roll over. The only thing was, yes, actually already started moving higher before the wick started to roll. And as soon as the wicks rolled, this was just a massive, massive, massive squeeze. And there was no way that I could have entered. The only place I could have entered was here when I realized that there was this massive absorption. Like you could actually see the amount of selling here and the amount of selling that was going on here. And since they're not getting any follow through, the only reasonable place that makes is going higher. That's what happened. Not really worried or sad or frustrated that I did not take this long. I take this as a very good learning opportunity today, as long as I can see more clearly from times coming forward. This was the only thing that I did today for the ES, and in my opinion, these are the only two valid trades that I could have taken today that fit my system. And they fit the system well. The first trade that I took, even though I was late, it fit the system. Very good setup. I took a loss. Okay. Second, I learned something new. It was a part of the system. Maybe I should have taken, maybe I should not have taken, but I just took the same hit with the wicks analysis yesterday, and I was more, maybe there was some sort of recency bias, but I'm new to wicks, I'm still learning it, and it's okay to have missed that long, especially since I was not short. Like, even though I wasn't taking it long, I knew not to go short, even though we are within the Paradise range. So yeah, I think there are a lot of opportunities and there's a lot of room for improvement, but what I did today was okay. But now coming to the NQ, what I did was not okay. So basically, I've been doing this recently, just going on Discord and getting so many opinions that I just cannot trust my own analysis. Happened the same yesterday, same today, and today I've said, now this is it. I'm not going to look at it from tomorrow. So hopefully it changes things for the better. So my plan, I had the supply zone and the plan was simple to short it from there. We opened on a gap up. We took the overnight high, we held the open, and then we ran up. Created this opening range right at the flat top resistance. This was a very strong resistance prior, higher time frame resistance, 3 tops, and then it broke through it. And this is where I got muddled up with all the opinions that now that this has broken through this resistance, it's going to all-time highs. That's why this position calculator, I was looking for an entry. Even though this was a good entry point, I still hesitated on taking this entry. And I just overlooked the entire plan that I had on NQ for the day. And that was the nemesis. So basically it came up to the level, provided such a beautiful entry. Obviously the sell-off was really quite harsh. I don't know if I should expect this or not. I wouldn't say so, but this was just terrible that I missed this beautiful opportunity. Such a clean setup. And yep, but that's that. We take away something from this. We stop looking at different people's opinions, just follow my own plan, and if it fucks me up, it fucks me up. But I'll learn on my own, and that's it for today. Just one trade, 3-point loss. Doesn't really do anything to P&L, but since we got a few lessons today and we have a process improvement plan, hopefully things go better. Thank you.